Yeah, LA Leaker, Sour Milk, just incredible.
That's right.
The homie Hit Boy in here, man. Yeah. And you don't stop, bro.
I know.
Man, you can't stop, man.
You don't stop, man. We went by the crib the other day, and I mean, I don't want to give too much of your business out, but he had a list of stuff that he's working on. Right. I mean, I don't even want to get into it just because I don't know if that info's supposed to be out.
I mean, I'm working with a lot of people, but I'm really excited about working with like a lot of my homies, like Ty Dolla $ign. I got a joint on his album that's pretty fresh. Yeah. My homegirl 7 Streeter that signed to Chris Brown. We've been on each other 10 plus years, so just to have a crazy joint coming out on her soon, man, I'm excited about that. But just we moving forward, man.
Right. What's been something you've learned in the last year or so? You've worked with so many artists, and your career continues to build, the music continues to grow, but I mean, the stories that and the knowledge that it's like you're going to the best college in the world right now.
Exactly. Like, I definitely feel like I went from high school to college level music.
Right.
Like, it's
to
just
the pros, though.
Exactly. Now, just to graduate from them different levels, you learn different things. But staying true to the art, man, that's been my thing from day one. And, it just continues to teach you that lesson after a while. Like, if you start to focus on the wrong things or anything that just doesn't have to do with the actual creation and just making people feel a way through your art, then you already lost. So that's what the Zoomin thing is about, just being on your own wave and just moving forward with what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
And do you ever get or was there ever a point where you got so comfortable just on the production side, because you've done massive records that everybody knows? Was there ever a point where you're just like, man, like I'm cool on the rapping shit, I'm over here?
I mean, you know what? I'm just a music maker, so I might have 100 raps tucked in a stash that y'all might not hear ever, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just always making music. So if I make a song like as good as a Stay Up or whatever that people can feel, then I'm gonna get it out to the world. But I'm just making music, so I got a gang of beats y'all ain't ever even heard. So it's just like whenever the music comes out, whether it's a rap, it's a beat, if I wrote something for somebody, I'm just like trying to create. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. So take us back a few years, man. I mean, Paris just totally shook up the world, and in my opinion, I say this all the time, I think it changed.
Paris, I don't know that song.
Well, there's a few words in front of it that I'm gonna stay away from.
Oh, that song. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit knows what I'm talking about, though.
It's been a journey since Paris, man. That really excelled everything. Little Madrid over there.
There's a kid in here, by the way, if you guys can't tell. He wants attention.
Yeah, with his little bape on, gold chain, going
crazy.
crazy.
He's fresh to death, though.
Exactly. But like that was kind of like the time I had to really grow up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Between now, Paris and now, just I've learned so many lessons, and just to be on a professional level, man, like you really got to stay focused. You really got to stay, for working on the next, you know what I'm saying? And just like really focusing on your bodies of work. That's what's going to keep you out here, man.
Let's talk about Beyonce, Flawless, man.
Beyonce,
another record that drops, and then it's like, there goes Hit Boy again. You know what I mean? Like, and the opportunity to work on her project. I mean, these are like the top of the line, artists, man.
Just for somebody like Beyonce to approach me and want to work, like, I don't know if she saw interviews of me or what, however she got wind of like wanting to work, but just like to actually, go in and her to respect my opinions and respect, where my mind is at musically. Like, that's what I've been working for. That's why I'm putting in hour after hour, on the music to get to the point to where somebody of that, knowledge level, to be able to respect what I do, that just shows you that, wow, like this is really possible,
And what's that initial conversation like?
Crazy. I met her at a Watch the Throne concert in Paris. Like, I didn't meet her there, but we linked up, and she told me she wanted to work with me, but backstage at a concert.
Amazing,
you know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
So
you did Mercy too, right?
I didn't do Mercy. I did Click on that album, and I also did Theraflu on that album, and I did it's a joint called Higher with Dream, Pusha, and Mace.
Love that record. Love that record. And that was like the first time we had heard Mace kind of rapping in a very long time.
Exactly.
The hits just go on, man, and we could talk for days about them, man. But let's talk about what's happening for you in the near future.
Near future, man. New HS87 music, man. My own music, my own project, and I'm still obviously Audio Push. They going back on tour. You know what I'm saying? K Roosevelt got a couple projects worth of music finished, man. So let's
put those out.
Exactly. We moving. That's what I'm saying. We just about to keep it pushing, bro. And we just growing as artists and growing as men, and just keeping it together, you know?
Yeah. What catches your eye, man? You've got a really good knack at catching talent, whether it's Audio Push, whether it's K. Roosevelt.
Yeah.
What is Hit Boy looking for in these artists?
Honestly, I don't even be knowing what I'm looking for. I just know when I feel it, when I see it, when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? All of my relationships are organic. You know, it never was like a forcing my way into a situation. It's just like we get up, we vibe, and if we want to take it to that level, that's what it is.
Is there? I feel like work ethic is one thing because everybody on your team works their ass off.
Hard,
yeah,
man. Is there a beat that you hear out right now that you like? Damn, I wish I would have.
Man.
Anything production wise that's inspiring you right now? It doesn't have to be hip hop either.
There's a lot of stuff, man. I really like classic, man, as a song, as an overall record, man. Like that's a real good record that anybody can listen to, from kids to adults, and that's what we strive to make as music makers, man. So I really respect what Jaden is doing in his whole movement with the swank and the freshness. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But as far as like with talent, man, I just kind of like it just comes across to me. You know what I'm saying?
What was that some? Because I know you, Audio Push and yourself, you guys are obviously both from the IE. Was that a relationship you guys had established prior to the music?
Yeah, that was. Well, actually, I met Oktane like the day or week I started making beats, and he was 13, I was 16, and the kid literally from the time I met him just freestyled, like nothing written, like he just literally freestyled from the time I met him to like for like 6 hours straight, and I was just making different beats, and he just kept going, making up songs on the spot, and then we just kept building from there.
Do you guys still have any like super old recordings?
We probably could dig up a couple, but I wouldn't want to. But you feel me?
We'll stay away from
we probably got something out there.
Yes. Hit Boy's here, man. Who just told us he's been making beats since what, 16?
Yeah, since I was 16, man.
You still remember your first piece of equipment?
I mean, it was just a computer with Fruity Loops on it. You know what I'm saying? I had this disc full of samples that I got from this female who I met at Guitar Center back in the day. Nice. And it's crazy. I still got those sounds. I literally just made a beat like last week with some of the sounds I had 12 years ago. Like, it's crazy.
Wow. So what was like your first, in your opinion, like breakthrough? Was it the Eminem Wayne record or?
That was like when people like in the hip hop community and just like
attention.
people started understanding what me and my movement was capable of and stuff like that. But Jennifer Lopez, like back in 2007, like I worked on her album. I did a song on her album called Forever. It was an album.
What's that? J-Lo?
Right.
The studio.
I didn't even meet her though. That's the cold part. Like I was just a kid making beats. So this was around the time when it was just all emails. People was emailing stuff. I ended up, working with the right writers who wrote a good song for her, and she ended up picking it and that was the last song she picked for the album and put it on there last minute. I'm in LA. She was in New York recording, but I mean she used it. So
and is this something like growing up? Were your parents like super supportive of you?
My mom has always been supportive because my uncle did music. My uncle was in a group called Troop back in the day. They had a few number ones, you know what I'm saying? And I was always kind of intrigued by the lifestyle. I used to like live with him when they stayed out in Burbank in a crazy condo. I remember Eazy-E being at the crib. I remember Bobby Brown being at the crib. Different people like that was Zoomin back in the day. So it's just like I always seen the lifestyle and I always just kind of wanted to be a part of it.
And was there ever a point where she was like, maybe you should go to school? Maybe
No,
like,
no.
Because like she was always like full fledged, like yo,
always in support of everything I've wanted to do. Because she just kind of trusts my judgment, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
dope,
just
man.
like for us to have that bond, and I had plenty of friends who like wanted to make music, but their parents wouldn't let them do it. So they'll come to my spot and see how cool my mom is, and you know what I'm saying, and just be like tripping. So
important.
What was her reaction like? Like with the J-Lo news, like when that first popped off?
My mom, it's funny, I just got in the car with her a couple of days ago. She's still playing my music from 8-9 years ago, and I'm like, please turn it off. But she like, this still knock, like, you feel me? So it's just like, it's that motherly love, I guess.
What did they listen? Your parents listened to that made you fall in love with music?
Man.
Like, what were some things that were inspiring you as a
Definitely,
kid? Like, my pops always listened to Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, like, and then I grow up and I just that music's in me forever.
I was definitely inspired by Michael Jackson. Listened to a lot of that, like particularly like at my grandmother's house. But my mom, she played like a lot of R&B, like old Mary J. You know what I'm saying? Like just real fresh R&B stuff from all the old Teddy Riley stuff, and then probably like when Today Was a Good Day came out. That was when I really start falling all the way in love with rap. And I used to like rap that song at my birthday parties and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
3 of my favorite newer artists too. These boys are on the grind right here, man. This song is called Stay Up, leak number 3.
Sally Mae, she come from the Bay. Grew up in East Oakland, quote a lot of Mac Dre. She used to niggas.
When I got shot out, I was telling the homies, I was like, hey, take me to the hospital fast. Like, we gotta get there. I'm pressing them though. Like, we on the way to the hospital, bam, get in the car.
They get into a car accident on the way to the hospital.